Huge second day of the 2025 Top End T20 series sponsored by NT Tourism. This is the last match of 4 across today with the locals NT Strike hosting Nepal in match 5 here at DXC Arena.
Flat.
So, Rel, you've decided to have a bat today?
No, we'll bowl first.
Decided to have a bowl today, there you go. Yeah. So what was behind the decision to have a bowl for this evening's game?
Just we wanted to see wicket, how wicket will play, especially in T20. Chasing always a good option. Looking at the wicket, it's green. So yeah, we'll love to bowl first.
They will a little bit later on. So very much looking forward to tonight's game. Will, some really interesting players. The NT Strike lineup is just loaded.
Yeah, there's plenty of talent there. Look at the opening two, 𝗬𝗪cy Short and Jake Weatherald. And don't discount the first drop, Jacob Dickman. He's one of the stars of the local competition up here. Captain of the Darwin Eagles Cricket Club, and I think he's...
They actually have the second highest ranked, according to the ICC, second highest ranked all-rounder in T20 cricket in 𝗵𝗺𝗃 𝗚𝗚. So fascinating to see how he's going. Lots of how he's going to go tonight. The opening pair for NT Strike, 𝗬𝗪cy Short, who's the captain, Jake Weatherald, who's had quite an incredible run of form. A program today, Will, which included David Boone as one of the guests, and he was asked to pick his Australian 11 for the first Ashes test. Tom Andrews, who's playing for the Sydney Thunder in the Big Bash League, and then Kane Richardson, who's played a lot of cricket in all formats for Australia. 𝗂𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂 𝗂𝗪𝗂𝗂 is coming in from the northern end to get us underway. Match 5, and it's on the pads. And a good start if you're the Nepalese team. Boundary as 𝗂𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂 comes in again, and that was down the leg side. It was called a no ball. Was there bat on it as well, or thigh pad? Despairing dive by the keeper. He made good ground. It was off the thigh pad, and it goes down to the boundary. So Strike are off the mark through extras. And that's lofted beautifully by Short. In fact, it's not that beautiful because it's very high. The fieldsman is under and he's dropped it. It was in the air for a long time. I thought he got every piece of that, and it was headed over the mid-off boundary. In fact, he skied it, and the fieldsman only had to... Still 3 balls to go in the over. It's already gone for about 4 or 5 minutes. And well taken single. Another one to Short's total. Comes in from the northern end. Wide outside the off stump. Slash, over slip, and all the way down to the boundary. And that is the nature of T20 cricket. If the ball is wide, have a flash at it. It's going to have to be a pretty good catch to get you out. And there was no one in the slips. Would have 2 balls remaining for 𝗂𝗪𝗂𝗂. That one's a better delivery. He tightened the batsman up, Weatherald, but he was still able to work it backward of point and down to the field. Uniform of the Nepalese. 𝗂𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂 for his last ball. It's a slow one, pitched up on leg stump, worked into the onside, and a single. 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 charges in. That's a good delivery, swinging down the leg side, strikes the pad, but would have been going down the leg. At least it's a dot ball, and at least it's not an extra. And he lofts beautifully off his hip, and will it clear the fence? It does, straight over the pickets at square leg for 6. So Weatherald, rich vein of form, continues in all forms of the game, and he goes to 11. Now the reverse sweep is high in the air, and it's all the way down at our feet to the boundary for 4. Well played as he comes into bowl to Short, who makes a little bit of room and lofts him straight down the ground. Didn't time it all that well, and the fielder at long on. Onto it now. Will need to scurry a little bit. Weatherald does just that. The throw was slightly astray, and the strike get 2. And now around the wicket, and lofted high, very high and long, onto the practice nets for another 6 to 𝗬𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂 Short. He goes into the 20s.
Yeah, great strike there from Short. Starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. His first 6 of the evening.
Weatherald now, short high. Fieldsman running back from backward square leg, gets under it, takes it. Loose shot forced by 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃. He finally gets the right line. Weatherald getting under it, skying the ball, and an excellent catch in the end. We've seen one drop tonight, although that did turn out to be a no ball by the captain. But this time, a very tricky catch. He had to make 15 to 20 metres, running backwards almost. Short ball, maybe onto him a little quicker than he expected. He got it high on the bat. And an excellent catch by the fielder there. Might actually be 𝗂𝗄𝗎, I think, the bowler that went for 15 in the first over, getting the important wicket of 𝗿𝗏𝗧.
Yeah, 11 for 6. He'd be disappointed with that, particularly given how well he was striking them a few weeks ago for the Australia A side. He's got time to make amends.
Sweeping. And sweeping all the way to the rope. Excellent shot. So his placement there was perfect. He didn't hit it all that hard. His timing exquisite. 𝗏𝗡𝗅 tries again. Well flighted. Forces the false shot. It bounces just wide of the fielder at a wide. And he's bowled him! What a magnificent delivery. That was the wrong, and it was flighted. It was curving in, but instead of spinning away to the offside, it just kept going on. Clipped, I think, the top of the off stump, and Dickman goes for a duck, and 𝗏𝗡𝗅, who's looked really good in his first few balls, despite going for one beautifully swept boundary to short. He was dangerous. He's an experienced international cricketer, and that is a magnificent delivery. And the strike of being reeled back a little bit.
In that, going for a duck off just 3 balls. Just clipped the top of the wickets, as you said, knocked the bails off. Definitely looks friendly enough.
Sandeep 𝗏𝗏𝗁 bowls. Didn't turn that much at all. Pretty much went straight on with the arm. And worked away straight off the mark, Connor Carroll with a single. So it comes in, bowls to short, flights it. And again, the wrong un. Turning away from the left-handed batsman. It was just a little short, though, giving short, no pun intended, time to just rock back and punch it out down the offside. Around the wicket once again. Flighted this time, full toss. Punched forward of square leg. Might beat the 2 diving fielders. It didn't. Brilliant bit of fielding. Able to swat it back. Just good steady bowling at the moment by the Nepalese. That's slightly wider, and short can't take full advantage. Excellent fielding at cover. On the circle. It was well timed, but the placement wasn't there.
That was 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃.
Continues around the wicket. Lofted ball by Carroll. Over the fieldsman at mid-wicket. Beautifully struck. And a 6 to Connor Carroll. And the economy of Airy has had some damage done to it with a short ball. Carroll timing it sweetly.
Starting to bring up some of those big hits as well. That's exactly what the fans.
𝗏𝗏𝗁 continues, reverse sweep. He chips it magnificently, 𝗏𝗚cy short. And brings up a boundary with a beautifully timed stroke.
Those two been.
Yeah, he'll enjoy that one. So the reverse shot over cover to the boundary for 4. That one struck on the foot. Going down the leg side, I think it might be a leg bye. It's going to be 4 runs, or did he get bat on it as well? We'll wait on the umpire. It doesn't matter, it'll be 4 more to the total. It's going to be signalled as 4. You go for a 3rd boundary in a row. Short outside the off stump. Hammered through and all the way to the boundary again. The fielder in the covers missed it. Well timed, well placed. 4 more to short. He's up to 47. And the total rattles along to 2 for 85. 3 boundaries in a row. Sandeep 𝗏𝗏𝗁 got this time. That's a better delivery. Again, the power of short, though, will find yet another boundary. He seemed to hit there was almost 2 sounds there as though he hit the pad with the bat as it went through. Didn't seem to hit it as cleanly as we know he can. It doesn't.
Going.
Reverse sweeping and bowled him. That's a great comeback by 𝗏𝗏𝗁. Short can't believe it. Punches his bat, smiles, and a lovely handshake. That's what cricket's all about. Great banter, great byplay, but in the end, they acknowledge a good contest. Short goes for 51. 𝗏𝗏𝗁 gets his, conceding 4 boundaries off the first 4 balls. Attempting the reverse sweep, 𝗏𝗏𝗁 gets his man, and a vital 3rd wicket for Nepal.
𝗏𝗏𝗁 changing it up a little bit as well. Just have a look at it here. A little bit of banter there, and 𝗏𝗏𝗁 was one of those as they were walking in who was just very excited, his eyes lit up, just happy to be here playing cricket.
What's he got for 𝗏𝗏𝗁? Last ball of the over. He works it through mid-wicket, and he's immediately off the mark. That ends the 9th over. 3 for 90. Silk 1, Carroll 13. Silk is working that from outside the off stump through mid-wicket. They've got 1. This is excellent running. They come back for the 2nd. It will make it pretty comfortably. Throw was a bit wide. Silk was always going to make it, though. Just placed it beautifully into the mid-wicket region that stopped inside the circle. The fielder had to come in from the boundary. Kushan, full toss. Did make the most of it. Oh, misfield. Broke through the hands of the fielder at mid-off and all the way to the rope. Costly miss by Nepal. Silk gets a boundary. Captain, bowler. Silk looking hungry for runs. Gets plenty on that. Backward of point, down to the rope for 4. Beat the fielder inside the circle. Beat the fielder at deep point. And another boundary brings up the 100 inside the 10th over for the strike. Tucks up Carroll. Gets 1. They might think about 2, but the fielders were back onto it pretty quickly, including the bowler himself, who ran away to square leg.
And clean bowled again. Dangerous when they're striking Rob Alarm on just his 4th ball. Didn't expect that one to come through at all. Seemed a little bit like he was just trying to ease into it, and bang! Struck while the arm was hot. Struck while their guard was down. Connor Carroll goes for 18 off 17 balls, and NT strike suddenly at 107 for 4.
Yeah, terrific delivery. Carroll goes, could say sounding the alarm, Will.
Keeping them on their toes. That one slips through the keeper's gloves. He lost sight of it for a second there. Getting to backstop position there, 𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃. Strike there.
Oh, that's disappointing. Misfield out there at the...
Oh. Clean bowled again. His first of the night, airy, but this Nepalese outfit, they're proving a handful with ball in hand, aren't they? And it's Silk who goes 19 off 14. Matt Hammond will come in. Can he change the pace of the game? Tom Andrews, as we said, yet to really get off the mark, just 6 runs off 9 balls, and suddenly we were talking 200 runs. I think earlier we were talking possibly even closer to 400. Rob Cross, I don't think that's likely now, but that 200 as well, potentially looking like it's not as easy or as close as they thought it might. And another great wicket. A few of them have just been clean bowled. I think that's the 3rd one tonight. It's just that one almost looked like he hesitated on it, but it's safe and it's clear the boundary. First boundary in a long time since the 10th over. And Matt Hammond is on his way. There he's 4th over. Just popped it up a little bit. Well fielded. Oh, that had to be quick there. Is that going to be out? Umpire says no. They're keeping them on their toes though, aren't they? The alarm comes again. That one has beaten all the fielders. That'll go through for another boundary. Andrews cracks that one again over the top of the fielders' heads and through for another boundary line, the 2nd of the over. Over coming up. Oh, first ball of the over, and he's claimed a wicket. It might be that danger man. It is Matt Hammond, the local boy. Gone. Another clean bowl, Rob Cross.
Yeah, great wicket again. Once more, the full delivery and the batsman hitting over the top of it. Hammond goes. And this bowling performance has been absolutely fantastic. Short early on, was dominating. We look set for a huge NT strike score, but once the slow bowlers started coming on, slightly quicker through the air, tossing up the odd one, but their length has been the key. And that was a delicious delivery. That was tossed up a little bit more, hitting all over the top of it was Hammond. And another big wicket.
Oh, a little bit of a misfield there. Not too costly. Again, just the 1 run off that one. And he comes again. Oh, well hit. Good there. Rowan. Again, the captain coming in. This will be his 4th over as well. Flicks that one up and over. Has that reached? No, not quite.
Excellent running again by McMahon.
Oh, is that gone?
How slick was that move by the keeper? Brilliant keeping.
McMahon stumped. Gone for 12. I was about to say, Rob, that McMahon and Andrews, now Andrews is on 24. Are they looking like they might explode for these last couple of overs? Not to be. Take a look at this. Out of his crease and bang, as you said, very slick. Quick by the keeper. Bang. Maybe could have approached that. Instead, let it come to him.
Yeah, I agree, Will. I thought he could have had a go at catching that.
I think 𝗬𝗪𝗃𝗃's just sort of said the same thing to him. Arms out, and he sort of said, what's going on there?
4 wickets, mate, what are you doing? Yeah, just showing him how to cup his hand. Maybe he lost sight of it, Will. He gave up on it pretty early.
Bang, that one's coming our way. Did it clear the rope? 6 for Andrews, and there's that big swing coming. Oh, what's Richardson got him in here? It's up, it's in the lights, it's caught. Taken there by 𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃, who opened the batting in about 15 minutes time, but for now, can bask in the glory of that catch and sends Richardson on his way. 3 runs off 3 balls.
Yeah, excellent bowling by Alam. He's been important. Yet another one of the slow bowlers that has really pegged back the run rate for the NT strike. Excellent cat. Plenty of those. And we tipped it. A couple of balls to go. That's all Richardson had in kit bag. It was a big hit, but he's timed it badly. Perhaps a slightly slower ball. Hand came off the bat and had no real power on the shot, and so an excellent catch.
Bang. No 6 there, no boundary. Squeeze through, and I think they've gotten to there. Good running again between the wickets. So NT strike will end their first innings with the bat at the top end series. 8 for 177. Top scorer 𝗬𝗪𝗃𝗃 short with 51 off 34. And as we said, an important innings there from Tom Andrews as well with 32 off 26. It's an interesting start from the Nepalese side. 19 off that first over they conceded and really steadied from there. A run rate of just 8.85 and total set for them to chase of 178. Disappointing scores there as well. Jacob Dickman with that duck. A bit disappointed. Weatherald thought we might get a little bit more from him as well, just given his recent form on this ground too. And Matt Hammond, another local boy, just 5 off 6.
The extras there, 24 extras, really bolstering that score. So winning the toss, electing to bowl was a good result. And there's the bowling card. 𝗂𝗏 went for 15 and we didn't see him again. After that, Singh, the other medium pacer, got a wicket. It was quite expensive, 2 overs for 16. It was all done by the slower bowlers. Eri, 4 overs, 1 for 33. 𝗬𝗪𝗃𝗃, excellent bowling. Quite expensive, but 3 key wickets, 3 for 38. And Alam at the end there finishes with 2 for 32 off 4 overs. But considering the first wicket went down when the score was 46 in just the 4th over, to finish off with 8 for 177 was a great effort by Nepal in the field.
Swinging almost at shadows there. A little bit nervous as they were to start their bowling. And get some lift. Pushed out, chase there. Richardson will get it comfortably before the line. There was a little slip up at the crease from the opener 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃, but he's managed to recover and have pushed that through. I think they might even have gotten Good strike there. It's gone out to square leg, and that's gone for a 6. Sort of wondered what we get from this Nepalese batting outfit tonight, and that, if it's anything to go by, shows they can play.
I think they'll give it a shake.
Menzies straight back at it, meanwhile, for NT strike. Back over the bowler's head. That one will be chased to the boundary line. Richardson will stop it in its tracks. Still good running between the wickets again. We've seen that all night.
That was tremendous. I didn't think there was 3 in that, and they have got 3 runs. Didn't quite get all, or didn't time it.
That one through to the third man. And back in, so they just squeeze another one out there. 0 for 16 after 3 overs. Oh! And if you don't mind, with the first ball, he claims the first wicket of the innings. Add that one to the record book, Matt.
And again, those full balls are doing the damage, tossing it up. And the batsman playing all around it. Just played down the wrong line. Hits the off stump and a big wicket for the NT strike. These two had started pretty promisingly against the Quicks.
Mind you. Oh, he's got 2 from the over already. 2 for 0. 0 for 2. 2 for 0. Hammond in this over. That one down and caught by Andrews.
Yeah, some first over. It was a pretty good catch in the end. Wasn't completely timed as well as Bam would have liked, but Andrews had to stretch up away to his left, running back with a flight of the ball. So what began as an okay start.
Another single there. Starting to get into a rhythm. It's just not fast enough at the moment, Rob Cross. As competitive as we thought if they can't get on. That's a good strike, though.
Just keep picking out the fielders at the moment, don't they? They just need to find a couple of boundaries. Just get that run rate up.
There we go. Is that going to go straight down the throat there? And that is another wicket to Matt Hammond. He's already picked up 3, all 3 of the innings so far. And it's another catch, this time going to Connor Carroll. Hammond, 2 wickets he's taken, conceded just 3 runs. That one straight down the throat of Carroll, as we said.
3 now for Hammond. It's extraordinary. 3 for 3 in his second over. Amazing. Seaford looked pretty comfortable.
Might have taken a wicket in there as well. And there he goes. Clears the fence. Maybe it's the captain who can spurn things on. Rowett. It's a great boundary there. Oh, bang. That'll clear it as well. Maybe this is threatening to be a dangerous partnership from Rowett and from Marler.
Yeah, 6 in each of the last 2 overs has been really promising from Nepal. Hustling action of Martin. Tossed it up. Beautifully struck by 𝗂𝗄𝗄.
And that one's coming right in our direction. And Dickman can't quite get to it. So that'll be a 4. This is the most expensive over. Beats one fielder, finds another. Carroll works it back to the pitch now. And again, sustaining some light pressure on the scoreboard, but oh, bang. That one's been skied. Oh, dropped a sitter. And he wouldn't be happy with Rowett just going long. And that one clears the boundary line as well.
'50 comes up after that drop catch in the 9th over. 3 for 55 now. Is that a key point in the match?
Captain 𝗏𝗏 captain dropped one ball, hit for 6 the next. Oh, and that one's just flicked up. Is that going to be caught? There he goes. He just says to the crowd, how about that one? And they get their 4th wicket this time to Kane Richardson, caught by Hamish Martin.
Yeah, big blow. The captain Rohit goes for 23. The last ball of the 10th over. And Richardson takes the wicket, skied down to fine leg, just getting under it, scooping it around the corner. And not the easiest of catches. He had to run in 5 or 10 metres, go down on one knee, turn around. He must have been getting a bit of a ribbing from the crowd, maybe. Some of the Nepalese fans in that pocket of the
little spell.
Martin goes around the wicket. Good arm ball, came in cramping Airy up, and he plays it backward of point, straight to the field, no run. Need to score runs, but need to stay there at the same time. Punches that one through point, straight to the field. Hammond to the right-hander, back over the wicket on leg stump. Punts through mid-wicket. Singles aren't going to cut it. 3 singles so far from the over. Another full delivery right up in the block hole. Short, pulled through mid-wicket. Can't beat the field again, though.
They keep picking them out. That's probably their biggest problem at the moment.
In the run chase, outside the off stump. Cut. Once more, misfield, but no damage done really. Just came back for a second rather than the ball spilling over the boundary rope. So a bonus run.
They're letting their skipper down with the ball in the field, aren't they, Rob?
Yeah. Lofted. I think this one's picked the gap. Will it have the power on it? It won't. Brilliant fielding there. I think it might be Dickman sliding away to his left to complete the fielding. And just a couple. They scurry back for 3. I think it was only 2 in the end. So excellent fielding. Intensity must start to lift. Need a couple of boundaries in this over. It's lofted. Dickman's under it. It's going towards the boundary. Dickman can't get to it. A despairing lunge. Too much on it. And 𝗂𝗄𝗄 brings up another 6. Exactly what the Nepalese fans wanted. Total up to 84. They're not out of it.
Feels like that crowd is starting to have another play on this game as well. They're just coming a bit more lively, maybe putting a little bit more momentum behind the bats of their batters.
Hammond tries again. Down a short fine leg. Been magnificent. 2 overs, 3 for 3 at one stage. Full toss down the leg side. Has he got it past the fieldsman? He hasn't. Once again, straight to the square leg fielder. 𝗂𝗄𝗄. Lofts high. Fieldsman under it. Makes no mistake. It's Martin again. Once again, I think a kiss to the crowd this time, maybe. Muller goes. He was the big wicket. He was the batsman that was set and starting to get going. And Andrews, commencing his 3rd over, gets the big wicket. And Nepal slumped to 5 for 87.
Yeah, that one's a massive blow. You sort of felt like they needed to keep Marler in there just while he had some pep in his step before Airy could get going. And wasn't necessarily to be Airy, still yet to find his feet. And suddenly he's the man in control in the middle.
And he goes to a square leg position. As Andrews bowls left arm around the wicket to Gulshan Jar, and he cannot find is down as Airy faces Andrews. And lofts down the ground. Martin's in the action again. One bounce, throws it back into the keeper. Airy misses the chance and just gets a single. 5.3 remaining, same number of runs to get as they've made.
Tough from here.
Richardson again, 1 for 11 off 2. Starts his 3rd over. Beautiful shot, that's better. Big drive over wide mid-off. The fielder was deep, right on the ring, but it was well struck over his head and over the rope for a much-needed 4. Richardson stays over the wicket. The left-hander swings again. Goes for the same shot. Slightly wider maybe. Over extra cover this time for 4. That's going to rev up the crowd. 5 for 98.
Suddenly he's the one looking dangerous here, Rob.
Has a swing. Makes a slight misfield. They're going to come back for a second. That's good running. Really wasn't far away from the stumps at all.
Add in a few more on top of that.
Martin's had a busy night in the field with a couple of catches. Big edge down through the vacant slip area. Richardson chases it back and is able to gather it before it goes over the rope. Excellent running. They've come up with 3. What's he got? Lofts high. Has he lofted long enough? I'm not sure he has. Fieldsman coming around close to the rope. No, indeed he has. Clears Tom Andrews. And a much-needed 6 for Nepal takes him to 5 for 112. With 20 balls remaining in the innings.
Are they coming, Rob?
66 from 20. One more would be good. Lofts again. This time he might be. No, it's over again. 2 6s in a row. Nepal stay alive. 5 for 118 with the ball to go in the 17th over. They've got 60 to get. Reverse sweep. He's bowled him. Well bowled by Martin. Full delivery. He played right across the line rather than play it straight as he had been. He went for a variation. The reverse sweep didn't come off. Bowled underneath his legs. And Martin gets revenge. 3 overs, 1 for 31, having gone for 2 6s in a row. Finishes off the 17th with a wicket. Slower ball. Didn't make full contact, Singh, and up towards a wide long on position just for 1. Good tight bowling by the quick, the 19-year-old. Menzies into Airy. He's got onto that one. Fielder coming around, throws out the right hand, can't stop it. Airy brings up a boundary in the 18th over to finish the 18th over, in fact. Total to 6 for 126, 52 to get from just 2 overs. Menzies has conceded 17 off his 3 overs. A couple of 30s from either side. Only 1 half century. That was to the skipper of NT Strike in Darcy Short. Has a single there to Nepal. In comes Richardson, swing and a miss from Airy through to the keeper McMahon. Another dot ball goes down against Nepal. Looking for his 2nd wicket. That's better by Airy. It's high though, it's going to stay within the rope. Fieldsman comes around, didn't get enough on it. Another wicket goes down and an excellent catch under the high ball there from Connor Carroll. Carroll takes his 2nd catch of the innings. Airy falls for 19. And Nepal go to 7 for 127 in the 19th over. Short ball from Richardson. It was in the air for a long time. Carroll judged it superbly. And Richardson gets his 2nd wicket. 1 there to 𝗂𝗵𝗄. Richardson, wide, lofted high. Might go to the boundary. No, it doesn't. Fieldsman comes around and will restrict the score into a couple. ʗృpesh Singh considered going back for another. Thunders in and missed there by ʗృpesh Singh. So Richardson finishes his 4 overs, 2 for 27. 5 balls remaining in the innings. Bowled, Andrews gets his 2nd. Big swing and a miss. Nothing to lose for 𝗂𝗵𝗄. And Nepal lose their 8th wicket. Andrews has had a good night. After Darcy Short was the mainstay of the top of the innings for the NT Strike. He made 51 off 34. They lost some wickets through the middle. Andrews, who came in at number 6, finished not out 32 from 26 and made sure that after a brief rally in the field from Nepal, NT Strike got a competitive total. 4 balls remaining. Might have a couple more wickets to finish up the innings. He's had a big night. Tossed it up there. Nepalese batsman, nothing really to lose. Swinging across the line. Gives Andrews his second. And he might get his third. Chipped just over his head. And down towards the... Well, it only just trickled outside the circle in the end. There really wasn't much on that at all. Andrews' eyes must have lit up when that ball was popped back. It's just a little bit too high for him from 𝗏𝗂𝗃. Khushal Singh takes strike with 3 balls remaining. Preferring around the wicket to the right-hander. Chipped away towards wide mid-on. Well fielded there on the boundary. Just a single. Once again, 𝗏𝗂𝗃 bowled well, took 3 for 38 from 4, including the ball of the night, a wonderful wrong-un that dismissed Jacob Dickman for a duck. Last ball of the innings. It's going to be a big win to the strikers to kick off the tournament. In comes Andrews. Has he got a third wicket? It's high in the air. Fielder coming in, won't get to it. They've got 1. They'll come back for 2. Rupesh Singh will finish 8 not out. 𝗏𝗏𝗃 will finish 2 not out. And Nepal from their 20 overs chasing 178 to win. 8 for 135. Andrews finishes with 2 for 22 from his 4 overs. And shows that he's one of the most important players in this top-end series, the 2025 top-end T20 series. Andrews will have a big say in who wins this event. There's the batting card for Nepal. Birtul 8. Hammond there took the top first 3 wickets of the innings, including Lokesh Bam for a duck. 2 wickets in 1 over. The 4th over of the innings. Rohit, the skipper, 23 off 21, was just starting to hit the ball cleanly before Martin took a good catch in the outfield. His second outfield catch of the innings. Andrews was the bowler for his other one. Khushal, 34 off 26, was probably the pick of the batsman for Nepal. Airy hung around for a while, but 19 off 24 when they were chasing runs and needing to get some big scoring overs, just couldn't get it done. Gulshan gave them a little glimmer with a couple of sixes in a row late in the innings. 26 from 10 was good as well. Just 3 extras in that innings. A very good bowling performance. As Menzies, the 2 quicks at the top did well. Menzies 3 overs, no wickets, but bowled well, just 17. Hammond was the pick, 3 for 21 off 4 overs, the only maiden for the whole match. Andrews cleaned up a couple of wickets as well to go with his well-made 32.
For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Download T-Sports app to enjoy exciting games and highlights. Visit 𝗃𝗺𝗃𝗃.com.